Hello, Clemaniacs! Today is Thursday, August 19th, 2021. I am Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to The Pete Clemente Show with your host, Pete Clemente.
Yes. Welcome back, Clemaniacs, to another edition of the Pete Clemente Show. The Thursday it's the end of the week edition of the Pete Clemente Show. Wow. It's a beautiful day out there. It really is. I'll tell you, after the storm, last night was crazy. I was up at 2 o'clock trying to make some bits in the studio. Then I did this insane workout from 4 to 7. I did back, chest. I busted my elliptical record. I got the new distance. I've been struggling. Today I was insane. Thanks to the extra push from Bulldog and his crew at wherever they're from, Missouri, Michigan, I don't even know, Ocean City, Maryland. Let me get it right. That's right. Little extra push. They called in. They met Will for the first time. And like I said, I got a little bit of extra push. Feeling really good today. Really good. Got the great view outside. Is it going to... tornado coming? What's coming Saturday? Something besides a great wedding and good time. What else is coming Saturday? Some crazy weather, I think. Tune in to the Hannock Panic at Hannock Panic, whatever it's called. Moments, hour segment. About 6:45. Today he was early. Mark was early, 6:30 today. I was surprised, like, wow. And then they got the boys from Maryland. Will, I'm telling you, not even his first week, and he's like dominating. He's like a seasoned veteran. 4-day seasoned veteran. This guy has a long, stealthy career in radio. Put in 4 days, and he sounds like he's been doing it forever. He can only get better and better, and I'm telling you, the guy's going to get better and more confident. And, it is what it is. Anyway, it's 3:11. It's Thursday afternoon. We're here. Tell your friends, your family, your coworkers. Like us on Facebook. And, of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has a little clue of the changes that will be happening. The Bulldog asked the guy, so what'd you guys do? Like, what changes have you made? And basically, they played their one change, some ZZ Top music. I recommend it. Change a little bit of the morning show. Keep some parts, add some changes. But listen. What do I know? I don't know much, but I know I love you. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a perfect soundbite right there, and it will be back soon. So Steven, Jeff, and Will doing great. I mean, you can hear like they're just bouncing off each other. And Will sounds like he's a seasoned veteran. Today he made that trip, rainstorm and all last night. Everybody got woken up by the alerts. Who care? I mean, people crying to them. Oh God, I couldn't sleep. I got woke up by the alert. I was up all night. I mean, be grateful that you heard it. Some people ain't gonna hear it. They're not gonna wake up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta find it. You gotta find it. Come on, you gotta find a silver lining in everything. Beautiful day out today. Really feeling like just extra above and beyond my normal excited self. Just a good feeling. You're going to feel it through the radio. The therapy, you might overdose on the therapy today. If you have to withdraw from the show, I can understand. But 4:40, we have ourselves a great guest. I'm telling you right now, she is like our guest a couple of weeks ago. What was her name? Ruth Maley. She was our two-time repeat offender here. And this book by Lorraine Stocks is kind of like the same, the same background. Raindrops to Rainbow. A nice book that you can get for your grandkids, your small kids. I mean, maybe you like to read kids' books. I don't know. I mean, if you do, this is a great stocking stuffer. But she'll be on at the 4:40, so make sure you join us. Tomorrow, we circle around. I knew there was a little bit of confusion. Sometimes these things happen. Nobody's fault. Nobody's pointing the finger. But our man, Evan Weckman, will be on tomorrow, confirmed. Alrighty, so... it's all good. 4:20, that's tomorrow, Evan Weckman. So we'll end up the week with some good interviews, some good times, and all that good stuff. Do not forget, tomorrow night, Friday can only mean one thing. Doo-Wop Dream Machine. What time is it this week, Kev?
I believe it'll be 6 to 8.
6 to 8, Doo-Wop Dream Machine. Unless, of course, the Boulders are playing. They'll be at their normal time, which is 6 to 8. Gives you an hour to recover. A little overdose of therapy on Friday. We understand. You need an hour. Shut it down. You start it back up 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Doo-Wop Dream Machine taking you down memory lane. Great tunes, great stories. Taking your phone calls tomorrow at 7. Okay? Don't forget, taking your phone calls tomorrow at 7. Call on in. Say hi to Bryan Avenue Bob, Wilson Avenue Jeff. Maybe they'll have a guest appearance by Will. What would he be like? I mean, Arthur Avenue Will? I don't know. What do I know? I don't know much. I can't wait to get my soundboard back. This is screwed up. They sent me the wire. I don't want to buy batteries. Not that I'm cheap, but it's a bad investment to buy an 8-pack of batteries every day. I mean, really. It is what it is. Kevin, how are you feeling on this beautiful Thursday afternoon?
I'm feeling good. Just glad to be here, and just trying to stay dry,
Stay dry. I know. Believe me, it can come down. Last night it was coming down in cats and dogs. It was crazy how hard it was raining. I went from my house to my gym, maybe 50, 100 feet, and I was wearing my robe, and my robe was soaked, absolutely soaking wet. So it's beautiful out there. No, I mean, for a summer day, no. I mean, I could take it a couple degrees more, but it is a beautiful afternoon out. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Everything else good? Yankees swept the Red Sox.
Yeah, it's good to see the Yankees turn things around. We'll see what they do. I think they got Minnesota coming up, so we'll see what they do against them. But I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Speak for yourself, but the Yankees have turned things around. I know Oliver's very happy. He's posting stuff on, sharing stuff, letting me know that the Yankees are, swept Boston. They've officially taken over, the playoffs now and in the wild card, heading to take over first place. So all that worrisome, talk about fire this, get rid of that, blah, 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 blah. We circle back around, and here go the Yankees again. I can't wait to talk to Oliver. I might have to call in sick Monday. I don't know. I mean, is it possible the Yankees could be in first place Monday? I mean, they're not that close to first place, right? Please tell me. Not?
I think they're a few games out, but they've now got the top spot in the wild card. So, they could be on their way.
Yeah, they most certainly could. Let's hope not. All right, boys and girls. So we got a great show today. Like I said, at the 4:40, Lorraine Stokes, author of Raindrops to Rainbow. It's not an adult book. Don't worry, we'll get adult authors. We will get them on. Don't you worry. We're on a mission. I got someone who I'm bringing onto the team that will reach out and just align stuff, so it's all good. It's a work in progress, everything. The van scheduled for September 6th. To get painted pink, a beautiful pink. I forgot. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's called either prude pink or prune pink. Something pruly pink, pearl, not pearl pink. But there was Pink Panther pink. There was this pink, that pink. This is loud as all heck pink. All right, this is get noticed pink. Absolutely. Like the YouTube page, I told you, some of you are in the know already. If you're on the YouTube, you subscribe to YouTube, you're on it, you checked it out, you're in the know. We got changes coming, we got additions coming, we got great stuff coming, we got a pink Clementi van coming, and it's all good on the Pete Clemental Show. As we stroll up to 320, do not forget, if you want to be part of this great WRCR team, you're a business owner, you like what you hear, you can advertise here. Reach out to Pete at WRCR.com. Send a message. If you want to advertise elsewhere, morning show, start your own show, weekends, whatever, you reach out to Kerry at WRCR.com. That's Kerry at WRCR.com. Any afternoon drive inquiries, of course, Pete at WRCR.com. All right, boys and girls, seatbelts on, always. All right, I don't want to hear you bitching about the seatbelts. Get the seatbelts on. Mask on if you have to. I went to the dentist today. Vaccinated or unvaccinated, masks are required. You hear me crying? All right? I don't want to say you're being a big baby, but, I really think you're being a big baby. Just put the mask on if people ask for it, whether the government or business. Don't be a buffoon. All right? You put the mask on for what, 2 minutes? If it's 20 minutes, it's, oh my God, my world is over. I gotta put the mask on for 7 minutes. My rights are getting infringed. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Pete Clemental Show. Yes.
We all want to live healthier lives and make
And on Saturday, chance of showers and thunderstorms later in the afternoon, otherwise partly sunny, highs in the low 80s. For AM 1700 WRCR, with meteorologist Mark Hanna.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 81.
Song for a while. You forgot I can't sing. Let me remind you. Love Gun. I play the absolute meanest sticks. The meanest Home Depot air sticks you've ever seen. I play them here. Alright, I've never played drums in my life. I've banged a congo, but never played drums in my life. And I am the baddest air paint mixing stick drummer there is on YouTube. Believe me. I'm hoping Bulldog calls. I invited him. I said, Bulldog, call up. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to your listeners, your many listeners over there. What are they called? The Renegade? Or the Ruckus? The Morning Ruckus? What is it? Oh, God. Bulldog and the... I hate cheating. I hate going this is where I hate cheating. I want to go to technology and figure out. I want to remember. I want to test my memory, which I know is absolute flawed. My memory, it's failing me every day. But Bulldog and the Renegade crew. No, Bulldog and the... What is it? Bulldog and something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I invited him to call. Hopefully one of these days, he'll call. I figured 3 to 5. He's probably in the gym working on his physique. But if he can find some time, give us a call here. Help us out. Thank you. So, Love Gun. We're talking about guns. I'm going to help you today. Next week, you're going to figure it out on your own what the connection is, all right? We got changes going on next week. That's one of them. All right. So, listen to me. This is something serious. A lot of times we're serious. Sometimes we're not serious. A lot of times we're not serious. Sometimes we're very serious. Sometimes we're in the middle. Sometimes we're laughing. Sometimes we're crying. It is what it is here. We never know. That's the greatness of this show. It really, truly is radio unscripted here. This is absolutely radio unscripted. 3 to 5, believe me when I tell you. So that being said, we have to stress the fact that kids are kids and guns are guns. Or the love gun is something different. We're talking about the love gun. I'll sit you on my lap. I'll talk to you about the song Love Gun, what it is. But real guns kill people. Purposely and accidentally. Now, it's not the gun. It's not the gun I'm talking about that kill people. It's the person handling the gun. But a lot of times it's the person owning the gun who is flawed and pays the price. All right, now listen to me. If you're a gun owner, I suspect you have at least half a brain. And you have enough knowledge to know what I just said is true. Obviously it would be. I'm not making up stuff on this show, but you know that guns kill, and in wrong hands, I mean, they become weapons of destruction. Now, a Florida woman, Shamaya Lynn, 21 years old, who was on a Zoom call with co-workers this week, this past Wednesday, she was witnessed live on the Zoom call, saw a toddler approaching his, like, who he thought was, the mother, thinking that was her son, walking up to her. And all of a sudden, everybody hears a big bang and sees Shamaya Lynn fall down and never come back into the screen. But they realize what happened. They realized the toddler saw the gun, picked it up, and listen, I mean, left unsecured in an apartment by an adult. The toddler did what a toddler would do. I mean, really, picked it up and pulled the trigger. Not with intent to kill, not with intent to harm. But now a 21-year-old lady is sadly blown away because the bullet was right to her head. I mean, God, talking about like a toddler with the, I'm not saying it's like you have a possible future as a marksman, but I mean, what are the chances of a toddler taking a gun? I mean, not shooting it in the ceiling, not the floor, even just picking it up. But see, the thing is this, it's a gun. And a gun has the ability to hurt somebody if used in the wrong way. Now, someone firing in self-defense, you kill someone or you maim them or whatever, you stop their attack, that's fine. They asked for it, you know what I'm saying? You use the gun to defend yourself. You like to eat off the land, I can appreciate you. I respect that. I don't know if that's for me. I mean, I'd rather see the burger processed at the plant, which is probably just as gross than, going out in the field, killing it and shredding it right there and cooking it on a portable grill that you've taken with you after you've made your kill. But to each his own. But guns kill people, man, no doubt. And sadly, a lot of innocent people. Bystanders, people who just are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this lady, Shamaya Lynn, now has a toddler, young boy who's going to be raised by who? Hopefully not people as foolish as the ones who left the gun out. I mean, it's a sad story, but, you got to take responsibility for your actions, and there's consequences for every action, And sadly, this consequence was a life. So if that wasn't bad enough, as if that wasn't bad enough, you think I'm going to play Love Gun and only talk about one gun story? A North Carolina family. See, we're global here. That's why we talk about news articles everywhere. You could chime in on the YouTube, go to the Pete Clemental Show. And actually, we'll worry about that. I'm not going to reveal the secret yet. Next week, I see there would be some confusion But we'll figure that out. All right, so a North Carolina family is in mourning after a 2-year-old boy picked up a gun and accidentally shot and killed his father over the weekend. 29-year-old Markovia Durham was sitting on the couch when the baby got up on the couch and picked up the gun from behind daddy. Picked up the gun not knowing it was a real gun, said Phyllis Holland, her grandma, and put it in the daddy's back and pulled the trigger thinking the gun was a toy. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, but you don't want to say it. But that's why I'm here. I'll say it for you. All right? You don't have to worry. You just sit in silence and wonder things, and I will just say them. I'll say what everybody's thinking. Why the hell is a guy sitting with a loaded gun behind himself on a couch? Who's he waiting for? I mean, is Santa Claus coming early down the chimney to steal the microwave that he left for Christmas? Is he stealing it back? I don't know. Like, what's the deal? Why is somebody there with a loaded gun? Now, listen, I have an assault rifle. I have a shotgun, but they're not loaded. I mean, there is ammunition very close nearby. Very close, but they're not in a place where my kids could easily, let alone know they're there, or grab them. 2 separate spots. And I feel bad for lost life. I feel worse for the kids, especially this 2-year-old who might have a sense of what he did. A toddler, a toddler don't know. Where mama, where mama? You don't even talk yet. But a 2-year-old, start talking, dad. He's been asking for his daddy. I mean, but this is what happens when we're irresponsible adults. And you're listening to an irresponsible adult, but not one that would do something like that. You know what? Who am I to sit here and preach like I wouldn't do something like that? I don't know what I would do, honestly, but I don't think I would leave a loaded gun in my house for my kids to grab. I don't know. But if you have a gun, let these lessons be learned. You don't want to learn them the hard way. And if for some reason you need to have a loaded gun on your back in the couch, I think you need to look in the mirror and evaluate yourself. Check in and see what the deal is. All right, because I don't know who lives that life, except people who live that type of life. All right, as we roll up to the 340, don't forget the love line always, 845-429-1700. All right, if you're calling international, I think you must dial a 1. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a 917. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is it's 845-429-1700. That is the love line to get into the show anytime. I'm just looking at the beautiful. It's like I got this. I can't hear it now, but I got these beautiful like chimes outside as part of this oriental area that I'm growing in. When I turn my head a little bit, there I go. Look, I see it. Oh, it's right straight ahead. Wow, I see it. I see the chimes are moving. I can't hear them because I'm inside CLEM studio. It's fortified with super duper spray foam, obviously to keep the heat and cold in, but also to keep the sound, the outside sound out. This is the science of making a studio. But yeah, back to this wind chime. I see it moving. Not crazy. It's not like blowing in the air crazy, but it is moving enough where I can go outside later and enjoy the beautiful sounds. The sounds of nature. I hope everybody gets a chance to enjoy the sounds of nature. I'm up early. I'm up at all strange hours. So I'm up a lot early in the morning when the birds are starting to chirp. They're waking up. They're singing. They're moving around. You hear the silence. I don't know about where you live, but I'm lucky to live in a dead-end street where there is a lot of wilderness around me, and just the sound of the air moving, the wind, the leaves, the trees, the birds. Once in a while you'll hear like, a cackle of something else, whatever. I see, it's just enjoy that again. Mark Hannick, I don't know if it's a daily thing, if this is one of the new things they've added to the morning show, the daily check-in with Mark. What is he grateful for? The guy gets stumped. It's like it's nobody's business. You ask him, like, what are you grateful for, dude? I mean, it's like, not only does he have to scratch his head, he has to, like, bang his head on the wall. I mean, drill a hole in his head to see what he's thinking, because he can't figure out what he's grateful for. He's grateful that it stopped raining or that it didn't rain. I mean, hey, you know what? Hey, listen, I'm grateful too. I'm grateful that it rains, because rain is good for business. So you know what? But then he's stumped. He just don't know, like, I told you, you get up, you're grateful. You're just up because you're grateful because you're up. You thank God. Thank God. Then give me another day here on Mother Earth. You're grateful. You got your legs, right? I mean, one day you might not have your legs. I remember Frank in the trailer park. He used to yell, "Timber! Timber!" Every day. His daughter showered, like my dad's calling me. That's how he called her home. Timber! Who calls their kid home by yelling timber? I mean, really. But anyway, one day Frankie got sick. They chopped off his leg. He never yelled timber again. He wasn't the same guy. You know what I'm saying? But he should be grateful that he had another leg, because imagine he had no legs. You know what I'm saying? And then no arms, and then imagine he had no head. So it could always be worse. 3:40, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here on the Pete Clemento Show. Yes.
Dedicated to personalized service and affordable prices, New City Pharmacy and West Nyack Pharmacy are your family.
Way it's going to lift to the north. So we're left with only a few light showers and even some breaks of sun this afternoon. Very humid, highs near 80 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, very humid with lows near 70. Then on Friday, a partly sunny day, hot and humid, highs in the mid-80s. Chance of a shower, thunderstorm late in the afternoon. And on Saturday, chance of showers and thunderstorms later in the afternoon, otherwise partly sunny, highs in the low 80s. For AM 1700 WRCR, with meteorologist Mark Hannock.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 80 degrees.
You feel that? Yeah, shit.
Your servant died. Will you give it to me? It seems what's left of my human side is slowly changing in me. Will you give it to me? Looking at my own reflection, when suddenly it changes, violently it changes. Oh no, there is no turning back now. Broken up the demon in me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let everyone know me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You must not get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Yes. Wow, Disturbed. I love this tune.
I can see inside you the sickness is rising. Don't try to deny what you feel.
Will you give it to me? Great tune right here. Down with the sickness. And I can't let it go. I gotta get like it's got me.
Will you give it to me? It seems you're having some trouble in dealing with these changes, living with these changes.
I know there's a lot of older people tuning in. Their blood pressure must be up there right now. Don't worry, I'll lower it. I'll bring it back to normal. All right, we are back here on WRCR AM 1700. All right, I was about to turn it back up. Oh yes, that was Disturbed. And this next story is quite disturbing. Don't worry, it's not disturbing like that, but it's disturbing. I got to talk about things like this. I don't like this. And if I don't like it, I'm going to talk about it, all right? This really disturbs me. This is disturbing. This is very, very, very disturbing. Okay, listen to me. When this young man, Daniel Marsh, see, first of all, the name, I saw the name Daniel Marsh, it stuck out. I was like, Daniel Marsh, convicted of murdering, mutilating elderly California couple as teen, seeks early release. I'm like, wow, that was my dentist's name. He had a son, Daniel Marsh. Maybe it was Daniel's son. I don't know. He looked like a dentist's son. But anyway, he was 15 when he wrote in his journal. Okay, I want you to understand this. He wrote in his journal that he wanted to kill somebody. He stalked out people, checked out houses to see if they were unlocked. He scoped out areas. And once he found this elderly couple, and like I said, he told authorities he dreamed of being a serial killer and that he enjoyed what he did to this elderly couple, Claudia Maupin and her husband Oliver. Oliver was 87, Claudia was 76. He came through the window, cut through the screen, came in. He actually watched them sleeping. Sat over them and watched them sleeping for a while before violently stabbing them 128 times. Now, he was 15 years old when that happened. Told police he enjoyed it, that he dreamed of being a serial killer. And California has a law that no matter what you do, no matter what, that you could be eligible for release from prison at the age of 25. This guy is so disturbed. My My throat. I got to clear my throat. He's so disturbed. All right. That he's just waiting to do it again. I mean, 10 years. It's like Michael Myers, right? That's the problem. This guy watched Halloween, and he dreamt of being Michael Myers. And then he got crossed up with, like, Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy. And just went totally cuckoo. So sitting in jail for 10 years, or wherever he was sitting, at this kid's, like, asylum. And personally, he said already that he would do this again. My question is, when someone says they enjoyed what they did, they dream about being a serial killer, and they would do it again, how would you even consider letting someone out like that? How would they? How could they do something like that? I mean, that's really horrible. To even consider letting out a maniac like this guy. He should be. Again, we go back to tar and feather. This is obviously not a tar and feather type of thing. This is a island, ship off to an island, fend for yourself. I mean, you know what? You give him an island, bunch of serial killers, the worst of the worst, just deployed over there. Let them take care of themselves. Once a month, you drop some food. Who cares? I mean, really, they're the worst of the worst. If you think that, I mean, listen, if you want to save someone like this guy, let him move in your house. Let him move into your house with your loved ones. Show how much you really care and how stupid you really are. This wasn't like a crime of passion or like an impulsive type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took my girlfriend, I'm going to go slay him or something. Or like my girlfriend's parents, they won't let us date, I'm going to go stab the parents. This guy was like I said, well planned out. And to let out someone like this into our streets where our families, our friends, people we love and care about, strangers we don't even know, why do they deserve to be next? This guy should have been stabbed 128 times, honestly. That's what the payback should be. Dude, you stabbed him 128. That's what I like about Libya. Honestly, that's what I enjoy about these other countries. You know what? You steal my bread, I bang your head in with a stone. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And no one's going to steal my bread. Now, listen to me. You steal my bread, you're a kid, you're hungry, you want to feed your family, all right, I'll break a couple of fingers, that's all. Just don't steal my bread again. I'm not going to bang your head in with a stone, but I got to teach you a lesson. You're going to go home with 6 fingers today. I mean, I'm not cutting them off, I'm just breaking them, but they're going to be twisted pretty good, so this time, next time, don't steal my bread. Steal Tony's bread, Johnny's bread, don't steal my bread. There has to be serious repercussions. Now, bail reform is ridiculous. Everybody get out on the streets. You commit a crime, what time you doing? To ride over to the police station? I mean, it's like ridiculous. But this is like the far end of insanity. This guy is at the edge, like he's at the red. I told you, yellow, orange, red. This guy's green. He's green. It ain't even on the chart. I'm telling you, he's insane. To kill people like this, stab an elderly couple in their bed 128 times 10 years ago. He's just been urgent to get out. Next person is going to be 847 times. Who wants this sicko freed? Call in, please. 845-429-1700. Anybody out there, really, that would want this sicko? Obviously, the people in California. They must... I don't know what it is. I heard there's an emissions problem. Maybe they're sucking in too much of that diesel gas or something. I don't know what it is, but they're dumb. Who would want to free someone like this? I don't care if you did it when you're a kid. Guess what? Kids know. Let me tell you something. You can't go into a store and steal something. You think, how dumb are you? You're 15 years old. You think you can go stab someone 128 times and be like, oh, I was a kid. I wasn't thinking straight. Just look, the madman. 25 years old. You have that insane strength. You're just hitting manhood. You're strong. You've been locked up for 10 years. Poof. Man, let me tell you something. Pray. And they want to let out a lot of people like this. I'm all for shipping this guy to like some island in like Guantanamo Bay or something. Like somewhere like that. Just let them fend for themselves, I told you. Set them up nice. Yes, Kev.
We've got Franny on the line.
Yes, Franny.
Hey, Clem, how you doing?
I'm always good,
Okay.
Franny.
Good. What I would do, the death penalty for him.
Yes.
He deserves it. They have it in Florida, and they should have it in other places too.
Yep.
You don't need to live. I mean, I know he's 15, but he just wants to keep on doing it. He's sicko.
Yeah.
Plain sicko.
I don't even buy that insane thing, man. Like when you can't, like, I don't know, man. We got to change stuff. I mean, some people, they claim like they're insane. I mean, they knew what they were doing. They were killing somebody.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course.
They do. It's just a sick world out there now.
Sick world, Franny. We're just praying that,
Right.
that we make it through all right.
You do. Right. Okay, Clem.
All right, Frank. Thanks for chiming in. All the love.
Okay, love you.
Yep. Like, again, I got sympathy for the cannibals. You got a mental illness, you want to eat people. There's something very wrong with you. I don't think you chose, like, I want to eat people. Like, what is it, like, I mean, no, but, I mean, I guess some people, they get strange, but I believe deep down inside they were strange already. It's just coming out. Like, something triggered them to be nutty. Like, who eats people? But what I'm saying is, this is where we take care of two problems. We grind this dude up. He's gone. Put him in a meat grinder. Grind them up, make meatballs, and feed, like, the cannibals. The cannibals are on that island as well. We can't have cannibals amongst us. Are you kidding me? That cop, remember that cop we talked about? Vuelo, whatever his name was, out of New York? He wanted to eat his wife. He had a list of people. His wife was one of them. Valarte, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. They want to let him out too. Like, we were just kidding. It was a joke. We were just writing stuff down. We put the cannibals, the crazy killers, all on an island. We set them up like a hotel. We give them like cooking, who's the chef, who's the janitor, who's the garbage man. You guys fend for yourself. This is what you do. You're on your own. And this guy gets ground up in the meatballs. We serve on Friday. We got meatball parmesan. All the cannibals are happy. And we rid the world of insane nuts like this. Why would I want to pay my hard-earned taxes? I'd rather fix the roads than have to feed and shelter a guy who killed two elderly people in their sleep. Now, if you told me these two elderly people were like Bonnie and Clyde that were in their grandparent years and they were going to like molest this kid and he had to defend himself and he killed him, that's a different story. No, that's not even close to what happened. These people were sleeping, lovely grandparents, and this guy he stalked them out. They were his prey. And now, 10 years later, 10 years he can get out for that crime because he was a kid. I would understand if he was 2 years old. Let's pretend he saw a butcher knife, he picked it up, he stabbed grandma. Grandma was in a wheelchair, she couldn't get out of the wheelchair. This kid, whatever, he spazzed out, he stabbed grandma, he's 2 years old. Okay. When he's 25, we'll consider. But when you're 15, come on, man. This is the sick world we live in. Like, who are the politicians that think it would be all right to let this sicko out? I don't know. Anyway, we roll up to the 4 o'clock, 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes on the clock. Don't forget, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then we're going to throw a twist and all that stuff. Don't worry, that's what we do. We keep you on your toes. Now, I don't know if I was dreaming, but Bryan Avenue Bob had a post, and DG commented. Everybody remembers DG. One of the true classic moments of radio that could probably never be duplicated. And I'm talking to everybody. It don't matter where you are. I don't think anybody can have a live caller driving, hit a deer, get disconnected, call back 4 minutes later, and then tell us how he disappeared because he hit a deer. That was DG. Now, we thought he was lost. We thought he was injured. We thought he was sick. We weren't sure what happened, if he disappeared. Looked like he was making comments on Facebook today. I hope, in fact, that was him. Got to confirm later. He was one of the original Clemaniacs. Jeff Bang Bang Lewis this morning was talking to, what's his name? Mudhen? No, Bulldog. Why did I say Mud Hen? Bulldog, and talked about the show I used to have. That was actually the Clem in the PM. Clem in the PM afternoon train wreck. All right, now it's a little bit different. It's the Pete Clemental show. And stay tuned. Monday, we have some news. Be with us for the news. Make sure you're... I know you can be here Monday, so it's not like I have to say it. I mean, most people here... Oh, it's my dog Sammy. He's running around like a madman. I love him. He's so cute. Most people are here as much as they can be. You know, sometimes... Wow, those chimes are starting to blow. Wow, yes, they are starting to move now. It must be getting very windy out there. Is the tornado coming back? Most people are here as much as they can, and I'm sure they'll be here Monday. But for now, let's worry about being back in the second hour. Top of the hour, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here on the Pete Clemental Show.
following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. This is Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the second hour of the Pete Clemental Show with your host, Pete Clemente.
Walks further down the street with the people way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone? You took me for everything that I had and kicked me out of my own. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? How long can you stand the heat? Every time I have bullets ring up to the sound of the beat. Look out! Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Hey! Oh, take it! Dust! Bite the dust! Hey! Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Ow! Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey! Another one bites the dust. Hey! Ooh, shit! Any way that you can hurt a man and bring him to the ground. You can beat him, you can cheat him, you can treat him bad. You leave him when he's down. Yeah. But I'm ready, yes, I'm ready for you. I'm standing on my own two feet. Out of the way, bullets ring. Repeating the sound of beats.
Bump, bump, bump. Great tune.
Another one bites the dust.
Bump, bump, bump.
Another one bites the dust. And another
Miss
one
Freddie.
gone, and another one gone.
Another one bites the dust. I mean, he'd still be rocking it. Another one. We got the great moves up there. I love Freddie Mercury. No one does it better. Maybe except Mick Jagger. I don't know. All right, we are back here on the Pete Clemental Show. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Rather bite the dust than eat the dirt. We got someone there, Kev?
Yes, we do. We have Julie on the line.
Julie's back.
Hi, Pete.
How are you?
I'm okay. Remember the other day I called and we spelled Massachusetts?
Yes.
Do you know how to spell Connecticut?
Yeah, that's an easy one. Connecticut. Connecticut.
There you go. Okay, I thought I was going to help you again, but
No, the connect. Let's go. Which one? Mississippi. Mississippi gives me a problem.
M-I-double-S-I-C. No, that's Massachusetts.
Ah, gives you a problem too.
Mississippi.
I'm gonna go with
It's been a while.
Mississippi. Mississippi.
Yep.
Yeah, that was taught to me. Mississippi. Right? So I taught you. You taught me, and now I taught you. Remember, When you want to misspell Mississippi, it's Miss is Sippy.
Yeah. Well, do you think that was an Indian name? How did they come up with that one?
So, I've done my research on this. There was a great Navajo Indian. All right, you know what? I was going to pull one on you like I do with Franny and Coupon Queen, but no, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to pretend I don't know nothing. I don't know what Mississippi, how it came about. I was going to make up this whole thing and get you to believe it too, but you know what? I won't do that today.
Okay. One more thing, if you have another minute.
I have several minutes for you.
Oh, thank you. You know that Saint Anthony is the saint that you pray to when you lose something.
Now, my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, I believe she had a Saint. Could it be a Saint Anthony statue outside? Could she have buried one? What statue do you bury? She buried a statue. Is that Saint Anthony?
You must be right, because I never heard that part before.
It grew a weird looking tree.
But the reason I brought it up is because there's a new prayer to Saint Anthony.
There is?
Have you heard? Have you heard it?
Now you're gonna pull my leg, but I'm gonna go with. Okay, no, tell me the prayer for Saint Anthony, the new one.
Tony, 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 please come around. I've lost something and it can't be found.
I love you. This is why I love doing this. My therapist says this is great for me, and this is the reason why. It's phone calls like this. You have just inspired me. Thank you, Julie.
You betcha. God bless.
God bless always. I'll tell you, he blesses me. For real. Take care, Julie. I'll talk to you hopefully again this week. Wow. Look at that. I taught her Mississippi and Tony. Is ragu really tomato sauce, though? Now that I think about it, like, I don't know how I'm going here, but, like, it just came to my mind. Like, you know, is ragu... Does anybody out there eat ragu? And you know I love you. I love all my listeners, honestly. But do you really eat ragu? Is ragu sauce? What is it? I mean, it's like, I don't know, Marcello. I need to get Marcello on and have him, like, taste, like, ragu. What are the other sauces out there? Prego. Like, you know, line up 5 different sauces. That would be great radio. I'm sure he would absolutely lose his number 10. Thank you. I don't know how I'm going to this ragu, especially on the birthday segment. August 19th, if it's your birthday, Julie, thank you, by the way, for the call. If it's your birthday, I wish you a happy birthday. Health, happiness, well-being, wealth would be nice. And if you get extreme wealth, you share that with me, of course. Your birthday today, going into this weekend, the rest of this month, this year ahead, I want to wish you all the best. John Stamos, 58, you know John Stamos. Full House. I mean, he goes way back to General Hospital, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, John Stamos. How lucky would it be to be born looking like John Stamos? Most of us look like, not like John Stamos. I mean, we look like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, Matthew Perry, 52 years old. He's from that show Friends. I'm not down with Friends. I have no friends, but I'm not down with that show Friends, really. Oh, President Bill Clinton, 75 years old, you dirty dog, you. I mean, I liked him. I liked Clinton, but I mean, don't get you know what? Forget it. I'm not even going to say nothing. I might end up dead tomorrow. I finally killed myself. I took my life, CLEM. I couldn't take it anymore. No, it's because news got back to Hillary that I was talking about Bill on his birthday. So I'm just going to end it with a happy birthday, Bill Clinton. Okay? If I die tomorrow, if somehow the wheels fall off my Corvette, believe me, I didn't do it. Okay? Happy birthday, Bill Clinton. You were the best president ever. All right? You never know. I mean, they're right over in Chappaqua. They could be listening. AM 1700. By the way, 10,000 watts coming soon. I cannot wait. That's going to coincide with a lot of things. It's going to be great. Oh, my God. This is going to be, woo-hoo-hoo. All right, who else we got? Famous birthdays. John Deacon. Look at that. The bassist. Bassist for Queen. All right. The retired bassist for Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody. We Are the Champions. He composed some of the greatest songs Queen ever came out with. His birthday today, 70 years young. Because age is just age is just a number, right? Is that what they say? Age is just a number. Fat Joe, I like Fat Joe the rapper. Doesn't he go by the name Big Pun? Is that Big Pun? Or no? Yeah. Oh no, he was I'm sorry. He was influenced by Big Pun. He's Fat Joe. I like Big Pun. I don't know about Fat Joe. I mean, he's all right. I don't know much about Fat Joe. I know a lot about Big Pun. I like Big Pun. But it's Fat Joe's birthday. 51 years old. I'm 51. Me and Fat Joe, we're both 51. He's fat and I'm ugly. All right, here we go. Let's see. And if you don't believe it, just go to the YouTube channel. I'm telling you right now, look. That's ugly. Oh, my God. What could fix that up, honestly? Like a chisel? Like, what do they do? Can they surgically fix it? I mean, I just need a custom bag for my face. All right, let's see. Who else we got here? Boom, boom, boom. That's it. All right, so that's famous birthdays. A lot of others, but who cares? Because those are all social media. All right, today is, let's see, what famous day is today? What famous day is today? All right, I'm going to give you this. It's National Potato Day. Now, I'm a man of potato. I do like potato. I like potato kugel. It's one of my favorite things is potato kugel. I love potato pancakes. If I was stranded on an island, not that crazy island, but on my own island, and I could only have 10 things, I think I would want potato pancakes. I would need applesauce and sour cream, though. Sometimes I need sour cream, sometimes I need applesauce. I don't know. Depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I need both. But I love potato pancakes. I, though, prefer to call them by their given name, latke. All right? You speak my language? Huh? Latke. Say it with me, class. Latke. The S is silent. All right? And now you plural, latkes. Latkes, latke. Say it together. Latke. Potatoes. I love potatoes. What else national day is it? I like last night I had mashed potatoes at Rick's. We went to Rick's, me and my son. We had the ribs. I walked out there without paying. I don't know. I was talking to this couple. I didn't even realize what I was doing. They ran me, they flagged me down. Yo, buddy, you didn't pay. And they were like, oh, it's Pete. Pete, what are you doing? You didn't pay. I go, I didn't? And Miller's like, that is my fault. I'm sorry. I go, nah, buddy, you got change. I wasn't paying attention. It's National Soft Ice Cream. You know the story. Tom Carvel driving around his frozen truck, gets a flat tire. The ice cream starts melting. The businessman that he is, he's savvy. He says, let me start selling. Hey, I got some ice cream in a cup. Everyone's like, yo, soft ice cream, I love it. He realizes he's onto something. He's Tom Carvel. He opens up the first shop. Guess what? He's Tom Carvel. He's the king. Until Sweet Pete came along. I am Sweet Pete. My son asked me yesterday, Dad, are you going back in ice cream? Son, I want to. I really do. I love it. I'm passionate about it. But I need you kids to be able to run it. I don't know if we're ready right now. Maybe 2 or 3 more years. Girls are a little older. Then we'll be ready. We'll open it up. The return of Sweet Pete's, the king. All right, of ice cream. All right, I don't know what just happened. Something freaky just happened. Everything almost shut down. We'll take a quick break. 4:20. Let me hit my sound effect. It's 4:20. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
For Sunday, showers likely mainly after 2 p.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 83. And for Monday, a 40% chance of showers after 2 p.m., patchy fog before 8 a.m., otherwise partly sunny with a high near 83. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 81.
If you hang outside, don't come in. I'll only run and hide. Who can it be now? 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 Who can it be knocking at my door? Make no sound, tiptoe across the floor. He'll knock all day. I'll be trapped, and here I'll have to stay. I've done no harm, I keep to myself. There's nothing wrong with my state of mental health. I like it here with my childhood friend. Here they come, those feelings again. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? Who can it be? Is it the men come to take me away? Why do they follow me? It's not the future that I can see. It's just my fantasy. I love Men at Work. It brings me back to the trailer park days. In particular, I think of my boy Flea. I miss Flea. Brian Sargent, we called him Flea. I know no reason why, other than we just called him Flea. I don't remember him having fleas on him, or a flea, a pet flea, I don't remember. All I know is when I hear Men at Work, I think of Flea. Brian Sargent. I actually tried to find him on Facebook. There was a lot of Brian Sargent. I was looking for like one that had a picture of a flea. Maybe that would give it away, but I could not find it. But nonetheless, I will one day find Flea. Hopefully he's all good. All right, so we got a great guest coming on in a little bit, 4:40 when we take our next break. I'm going to go to the break early. Raindrops to Rainbow. We're going to be talking to the author, who is Lorraine Stocks. I believe she lives locally, if I'm not mistaken, right in Nanuet. All right, so I don't know about you, but it seems like every place I go, they got help wanted signs. And if they have help, it stinks. Honestly, like, I don't know about, like, I that's why I have a problem of opening an ice cream store. You got to rely on kids. My kids, I'll smack them. Honestly, they'll get home, I'll smack. I'll say, you didn't smile at a customer?
You was on your phone, not looking at the customer. You didn't say thank you to the customer. So you're welcome, whatever. I'll smack you in the head, kid. Go sleep outside in the cold. No blanket. You're sleeping by yourself in the cold. No pajamas either. Go freeze out there in the cold until you learn how to serve customers. I wouldn't do that, of course. I'm only kidding. But the workforce sucks. Honestly. Like, they got attitude. It's like I went to Home Depot. Honestly, I've been there before. I paid my bill. I mean, Best Buy. I paid my bill there. I like to pay the bill there. Like, if I could pay there, I like to pay there. I know it's time. Time is money, but I like to go. I like to pay there. I like to go to Home Depot. I pay there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I go there. The girl says, "Can you enter the number?" And I said to myself, that's strange. The other girl always enters the number. And she was on the phone, so this girl's like, "Here, you got to enter your number in the keypad." I felt like saying, but wait, I'm too lazy, and the other girl used to do it. But she beat me to the punch. She said, "I'm lazy, you're going to do it." And she said, "Enter your keypad number here in the keypad." And I said, wow. And not only is she lazy, but she ain't even looking at me like seeing if I'm doing it right, nothing. She's on her phone. And like the attitude, like she's helping me, like I should be paying her double, time and a half, because I disturbed her whatever, her Instagram, her TikTok time, whatever. No matter where I go, the workforce sucks. It does. Everywhere. No one greets you with a smile. I told my ice cream kids, listen to me. If I look on the camera and I don't see you smiling at customers, I'm going to punch your face in. I owned a martial arts school right behind my ice cream store. We would train in Thai boxing. We were very violent. I meant it. I told them, listen, you know I mean it. You know I can crush stuff with my hand, my elbows, my knees, my feet. I'm the master of 8 limbs. If you don't smile when serving a customer, I will elbow you in the head. And guess what? They all smiled when they served customers because they understood the importance of that. Have a nice day. You know, I mean, simple things that they don't do nowadays. And businesses they're suffering. I'm telling you, because the workers are. It's like I tip more if I feel like special. Make me feel special. I got such a dull life, honestly. I'm living this conundrum of a life. Like, what do I got going on? Nothing. I mean, I'm blessed, of course, but what else I got? Nothing. Make me feel special when I go out to dinner. I'm about to give you $80. At least smile at me. I know I'm ugly. I know I look like a descendant of the Elephant Man. But can't you at least smile at me? Say thank you, have a good night? No, you just throw down the bill. I'm telling you, the workforce sucks. I go to Home Depot. Hi, you know what aisle I could find this? Hello. Yeah, hello. I'm talking. Yeah, hello. You. Yes, you. This thing. What aisle? Let me go find it myself. I asked the next guy. It's aisle 14. I go to aisle 14. Guess what? It ain't there. I flagged someone down. Hey, this is aisle 14. Johnny in the front told me to come over here. No. It's aisle 27. I go to aisle 27. Guess what? They got no more. I want to go order it. And no, you can go online and do it. I don't want to go online and do it. I want to save myself the aggravation. I want you to be aggravated. You're getting paid. You're in Home Depot. You order it. But it's easier if you go online. They'll ship it right to your house. I want to come back and say hi to you and pick it up. So you order it. No, we're going back and forth. Somehow, some way, he's got to find a way to get me to go online and order it. Nobody wants to do no work. Nobody. I'm telling you, the workforce sucks. An employee at Starbucks in Philadelphia was asked to remake a drink. So he makes the drink, he slams it down, the stuff comes out of, Marcello's. No, listen to me. There's an exception to every rule. What's his name over there? Lenny, what's the guy's name? Marcello, that guy, the guy he's a maitre d' and he's a waiter. He talks in this voice. It makes you want to eat the food. He explains to you the menu. What's his name? Marcello said his name the other day because Marcello can't find staff. He's talking about getting a cook for a couple months. He had to call the old cook back. Come back. I'll give you time and a half, please. Come work the kitchen. Lloyd. I love Lloyd. Lloyd is a great worker. Michelle once again chiming in, saving the day. Michelle, you are Captain Clemerica today. Captain Clemerica is unisex. When I say Captain Clemerica, you could be a female and save the day. Michelle did. Lloyd is the exception to the rule. This guy is a great worker. I'm telling you right now, Marcello, they would serve me with a wig. Sir, you look fantastic today. It must be your hair. Wow, you've combed it just extravagantly. Now I'm just going back and forth with Michelle. She's saying they would serve me with a wig. See, I'm having too much fun here. Anyway, so this guy, he slams down the thing, and then he takes a wet towel, he like snaps it at her. Before you know it, she's bitching at him. They get into a fight. A guy, male worker, a female customer complaining. Now listen, don't get me wrong. There are times when I want to pile drive my customers. Believe me, it takes restraint not to bitch slap some of them. Honestly. Really, I'm telling you. But I wouldn't do that. I mean, I just wouldn't. If they attacked me, don't get me wrong. I mean, there have been times when the people want to attack me, I go in my what I do is I go into my kung fu stance. I get down in my stance real low to the ground. They know I look like a striking leopard, and they just fend off, and that's that. All right, we'll take a quick break. We do have our guest calling a few minutes early. Let's take a quick break. We'll go to break now at 4:37. We'll be back in a quick minute here on the Pete Clemental Show. Stay tuned.
What is the one task most business owners can't stand?
Weather for tonight. mostly cloudy with a low around 69 degrees. For Friday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 86. For Friday night, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise cloudy with a low around 70. For Saturday, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 2 p.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 85. For Sunday, showers likely mainly after 2 p.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 83. And for Monday, a 40% chance of showers after 2 p.m., patchy fog before 8 a.m., otherwise partly sunny with a high near 83. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 83.
Alrighty, we are back here on the Pete Clemental Show, WRCR AM 1700, heard round the world, WRCR.com, and of course on your smart speaker, WRCR. You know we've had Ruth Maley on the show a couple of times. She was on recently to promote her second book. We got her over the hump for the Kickstarter program. She's looking to return again a third time as she works on another book. So I was very excited when I read an email from our next guest looking to get on the show, and when I saw what she wrote about, and the book was geared towards kids, being a father of 4 kids, a former gym teacher, having the martial arts school where I had several hundred kids enrolled, and just love working with kids, through coaching, softball, soccer, baseball, and whatnot. I just love when people, try to have an impact on the youth. And I reached back out to Lorraine, and now we have her on. So let's welcome to the show Lorraine Stocks. Lorraine, thank you for taking time out of your busy day, I'm sure, to come on to the Pete Clemental Show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I love your show. I love that you're about mental health, and I like that you brought that to the forefront. So thank you.
I try, my Kevin, who does the board hopping, produces and has his own show on Saturdays. Him and I are, so-called diagnosed with mental illness, and we try to share our stories. We talk about our weekly visits with our therapist, and a lot of people have reached out behind the scenes, have thanked us, and with whether they have problems or family members, and it's made them easier to cope and deal with that stuff. So the more we share and we're open, if it just helps one person, then we've done what we're looking to accomplish. And I appreciate you with those kind words. But let's get to you and your book that you wrote. Now, are you is this your first time authoring a book, or have you written books before?
No, this is my first time that I wrote a book. I've been thinking about it for years and years, and I turned 65 in November, and I said to myself, if not now, when will I be doing this? I've had all different thoughts in my head about all different books. So I think, I will be doing others after this, but I don't know, I just got to that age and I said, what am I waiting for? And I'm so thrilled that it really turned out nicely. It really did. I'm just so happy with it.
We'll get to the book in a bit, but let's talk about the journey there, because it'll inspire others that are maybe sitting back on a thought. We have a show Friday nights, the Doo-Wop Dream Machine. I don't know if you ever heard it, but the host of it, Brian Avenue Bob, as he goes by, he used to walk around with a business card in his back pocket, and it was all frazzled and basically worn out. And he used to tell people, I've been thinking about doing a Doo-Wop Dream Machine show. And I was one of the people that pushed him over the top. I said, dude, if not now, when are you going to do it? And it got him over the hump. So I'm hoping your interview today not only sells some books, gets people to your site, encourages others, but get somebody inspired who may be sitting back on a dream that they've been thinking of. Did you work with kids as a job or a career?
I do work with kids. I work in an elementary school with first graders, and so I have 4 kids of my own. And but I always felt that you have to look at the emotions of kids and how they're doing, and I just feel like one size doesn't fit all. I was a very, very shy kid, and this was kind of therapeutic for me because I was shy, but I could write, and that was kind of my saving grace. And but I remember being anxious when I was, gosh, maybe 5, 6, 7 years old, and there was no word like anxious at that time. You just, if you had that feeling, you had that feeling, and you dealt with it. And I got to be a little bit older, and I remember one of my friends said to me, "You ever feel like this? You ever, do this or whatever?" And I said, "Yeah, that's how I feel." But we still didn't have a name for it. I said as I was getting older, I'm just, a nervous person, but it's true anxiety. I was born with it. I have no doubt about that. And I still have to, I deal with it every day, but I can deal with it now because we talk about it. So I'm just so happy to be able to do this. But my writing, it's funny, I was in high school, I was in a creative writing class, and I had a wonderful teacher, the best teacher I've ever had. And we wrote stories about anything that we thought was, that happened to us in the past month or whatever. And I remember the teacher said, "You can do this anonymously, and I will read them to the class." So he came to mine, and he read it, and he was laughing during it, and the class was laughing, and I was, "Oh, this is great, nobody knows that I did this," but I was so thrilled that people liked it. And it was, to make it short, it was a very sarcastic look at going to prom. I didn't have a wonderful experience. I went with a guy who hardly talked, and it was just kind of a setup kind of a thing, and it was just really sarcastic, and I thought, that kind of just made me think I'm able to do this, and so.
And it stayed in for you for all these years. Again, we're talking to Lorraine Stocks, who is the author of Raindrops to Rainbow. Let's get to the book. So all these years go by. You're thinking about this, about what you're going to write. You have all these different thoughts. What made you finally sit down? I know you said November, but was there a defining moment? Can you recall something that said, "Hey, you know what? I've got to get this book written"?
Yes, we were in the middle of, beginning to the middle of COVID, and it was when everybody was locked in their houses, and there was a day that was just a stormy, dark day, and I was frustrated. I was really frustrated, and I thought to myself, if I feel like this, what do kids feel? And because they, can they put a name to this, especially little kids? It's scary. Everybody's wearing a mask, and, you have to stay inside. So I thought, let me do this from a kid's perspective. So what I did was, I'll start talking about the book. It starts where this little boy, I would say between 5 and 7 years old, he's watching TV, and now I made this not specific to COVID. I didn't want to do that, but you can see that it alludes to it. So he's sitting, this little boy sitting in his living room. The news is on, which is always on now, 24/7, with all the updates and this and that. And he just wants to talk to somebody, do something. And he has a dog by his side, and even the dog just walked away. And so he just feels lonely, and he goes into his big sister's room, and she's on her phone. She's got her, head in the screen, and nobody's talking to him, and she's not paying attention to him. Then he walks into the kitchen where his parents are working, and they have, they're looking at their computers, and he has in his head, all I want to do is play. I want to get outside and play. So, the other thing is too, I don't think we realize how much we're looking at screens all the time when we, kind of should be looking at our kids, but can't be helped in this scenario. So he goes into his room, and it's still very stormy out, and he says that he thinks to himself, what can I do? What can I do? So he came up with the idea of painting a rainbow, and he was really just proud of it. He was thrilled with it. And he took the day and turned it around. And that's a big thing we try to talk to the kids in school about, is turning your day around. Okay, if you're having a bad morning, it's not going to stay that way. And I think that goes for adults too. But so he was thrilled with it. And so in the book, some of, like, I have one page here. It says, sometimes there is rain and we might feel blue, but try to remember there are things you can do. And just know that the rain won't last forever, and soon you'll be back to bright sunny weather. So then he's outside, he's playing with his friends, his family's outside, and they're all happy. And so I think, I think it touches upon a few things that, kids are anxious. Kids don't know automatically what to do when they're just when they have all this free time, when they're used to being with friends, when so, and they're not in school too. So I just wanted to make it where it ends nicely. He turns his day around, and it's a coping skill that he learned, and I think that's big too, where children and adults need to have these coping skills, because life is tough. So that's basically the gist of it.
Who was the illustrator for you?
Her name is Kira Savati.
How'd you find her?
And I found her through the publisher that I use, and she did a great job. I had some illustrations from other authors, but this one, as soon as I saw it, I said, this is what I'm trying to do. And the illustrations are beautiful. She caught the idea of the book. So I, very happy with her.
So you didn't self-publish? You were able to go to a publishing house and get it done?
I went to, it's called a hybrid publishing company, Mascot Books, and they talk. What happens is you submit the book,
right,
and they will either like it or not like it. And I heard the next day from them. They said, we'd like to publish this. We think it touches on COVID, but you're not specific to it, and it's good. So that was an interesting experience, just learning the whole aspect of publishing the book.
And at that point, the book was already written? I mean, you had a hard copy of the book that you sent to them, or you had like a transcript?
I just had really the transcript, and they liked it. And,
right.
And so, then, we started with, what are the pictures going to look like? Pages. I had to sketch out. I'm not an artist, but sketch out some like how every page should be set.
Did anyone else have like impact in the book, like at the company, or did they leave it all up to you, like your vision? Were you able to see your vision through, or did somebody else implement some other things along the way that kind of changed, your original perception or the way you thought the book would end up?
They definitely helped me with it. Basically, the words are all that I said, that I wrote to them, but they helped me with just ideas as far as what I might want someone to look like.
Right. Listen, they're professionals. They have experience with so many different kinds of books and genres, and they get feedback, and I'm sure they obviously, have good intentions. If they wanted to change something or direct you in a certain way, it would be only to make, the book better, to sell. Obviously that's their, if they want to take it and publish it. So where is the book available? Is it still at Barnes and Nobles? Because I'm actually going to be running to the mall. We're going to Bounce and then to the mall. Is it still available at Barnes and Nobles? Because I'll go pick up a copy.
It's at Barnes and Noble, but what I did was I went to Barnes and Noble in Nanuet.
Right.
And I've learned how to self-promote quite a bit. And
You have to. You got to be like a P.T. Barnum.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's good because, it gives you confidence. And I went there with the book, and they said, okay, they can't do book signings right now with all the people in the store. They don't want to, with COVID. But
Right.
what I did was I signed a bunch of books, and they put it on their website. They couldn't have been nicer. And, they said, if you want to sign copies, the book is here. And they were just wonderful. I can't say enough about that.
It seems like along the way you've had a lot of people to help you out. Obviously a venture like this can be, talk about anxiety in kids. Adults get it as well. We're getting close to the end, but I definitely want to have you back. You having any thoughts of publishing a second book? Has the publishing company come to you and said, hey, we'd like you to, come up with another idea, or do you have any other ideas?
I have some more ideas, and I would use them again. I would use this publishing company again. They were good. They helped me, and they do give you a marketing team too that starts with the influencers and all that stuff. So, but I basically physically self-promoted, and it was interesting because I never thought I'd be doing that, but it was good. It was good.
All right, so you can go to Amazon. Obviously, Amazon, you can get the book.
Yeah, Amazon, and Mascot Book, I would say would be the better place. It's just Mascot Book. You can order from them, and my Gmail is lowstock17@gmail.com.
Perfect. Lorraine, I want to thank you first of all for coming on our show, but more importantly for having an impact on kids. Have got any feedback from readers of your book that like really made you feel like, wow, this was really worth every effort, every second that I put into it?
Absolutely. What was really great was the school I worked for. They put out a publication where I was on their Instagram page, and they made a big deal out of it, and it was so encouraging. And so I read it to the classes that I work in, and I just loved it because it sparked a lot of conversation with kids. Like some of them said, I felt like that sometimes, and sometimes, yeah, I feel like that, and it was great because that's what we want our kids to do, to talk about their feelings and talk about how they're doing. And I was just so thrilled at that. And then I guess it was a week or 2 weeks after that, the whole hallway was filled with pictures of rainbows and little comments by them.
Oh, that's great. That's got to bring a tear to your eye. That's great.
Yeah, it really did.
All right, Lorraine Stocks, author of Raindrops to Rainbow. We look forward to getting you back on again and talking about your new book, whatever that book may be. We wish you all the best with the book sales as well as in life, Lorraine.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And if you need a copy of the interview, just reach out to me. We can get you a copy.
Oh, great. Thank you.
You got it, Lorraine. Have a great evening.
You too.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Clemaniacs, that's the end of the line. We made it. We're just about at the end of the week. Tomorrow is Friday. God willing, I'll be back at 3. All the love and adios, Clemigos.
The preceding program has been furnished by its host and sponsors.